In Hawaii, we greet friends, loved ones, or strangers with aloha, which means love. Aloha is the key word to the universal spirit of real hospitality, which makes Hawaii renowned as the world's center of understanding and fellowship. Try meeting or leaving people with aloha. You'll be surprised by their reaction. I believe it, and it's my creed. Aloha to you. I hardly remember whether I learned how to walk or how to swim first. My father and my uncle just threw me into the water from an outrigger canoe. I had to swim or else. One of the first things I remember is taking a cracker box board and pushing it ahead of me to swim out into the surf, using it like a surfboard. You can take a small board and go a long way. I used to swim out, turn around, and come back through the surf. Afterward, I used a surfboard, of course. A funny thing about my swimming is that from the time I was a kid, I used a modern crawl kick. That's supposed to be a modern invention, but I used it naturally, always used it. Nobody ever showed it to me. I have no doubt the ancient Hawaiians used every stroke we know and perhaps had better swimming form than we'll ever have. Before I left that fabulous land, the Australians had already turned to making their own boards and practicing what I had shown them in the surf. Every day of the year here, the water is 76, day and night, and waves roll high. I take my sled without runners and coast down the face of the big waves that roll in at Waikiki. I always eat whatever I feel like eating. I eat fruit, vegetables, steak, anything. I eat pie and ice cream if I want it. I eat fish. Sometimes I eat fish raw, in our ancient way. I have never coasted down a hill of frozen rain. I have never seen snow and do not know what winter means. I swim all year round in Honolulu. The water doesn't change much. I like the feel of the fresh air and the salt water. I believe in keeping active. I think we have to teach a lot of these kids to first be gentlemen, try to help one another, and not hog the doggone waves. I was fired up with a mania for improving the boards and getting the most out of the surf. I was constantly redoing my board, giving it a new shape, new contours, new balance. I was introduced to one as a prince, but I told him I was no prince. And then another asked me if I was a real duke, but I told him only my name was Duke. It was in 1925 when I accidentally introduced another kind of surfing, life-saving, to California. Good sometimes comes from the worst of tragedies. Boards became standard equipment on the emergency rescue trucks, as well as the towers. Just take your time. Wave comes. Let the other guys go. Catch another one. Our water is so full of life. It's the fastest water in the world. That's all there is to it. Training? Why? I never did go in real training for a race but once, and that time I overtrained and went stale. When I wasn't at school, I was in the surf. Out of the water, I am nothing. Surfing is the greatest thrill of my life. The best surfer out there is the one having the most fun. Don't talk. Keep it in your heart. I am only happy when I am swimming like a fish.